welcome to check it out. Nicole couldn't make it today, so you get me, Kim. A lot of things going on in the library this month. The library will be closed Monday, October 14th for Indigenous Peoples Day. A reminder that our community knitting group meetings every Thursday at 3:30 p.m. All skill levels and yarn crafts are welcome. We also are starting a crochet club. Monday, October 7th was our first one, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. All levels and experiences are welcome. Bring your own materials or use what we will be providing. This club will meet every other Monday. Do you love mysteries? And have you been looking for a space to read and chat with other mystery lovers? Come to our library for our mystery Bring Your Own book group on the second Tuesday of every month at 3 p.m. You can sit and read, or you can chat about your favorite authors and books. Are you searching for an activity that offers hours of education and entertainment as we hunker down for another New Hampshire winter? Well, creating a backyard bird feeding station may be the perfect option. Join naturalist and environmental educator Kelly Dwyer Wednesday, October 9th, tomorrow, at 6 p.m. as we explore the variety of birds you can expect to visit feeding stations. Best feeder types and food to attract avian guests. There will also be a discussion of unique strategies birds use to adapt and survive the winter weather, as well as tips to address those challenging, pesky squirrels and window strikes that you may experience during the winter. Kelly Dwyer is the founder of Nature Education Opportunities and is an award-winning environmental educator and certified New Hampshire elementary teacher. She has been creating and delivering engaging programming for audiences of all ages for over 15 years, so you don't want to miss it. It's tomorrow night at 6 p.m. And as we continue, you can join Pease Public Library and Lamson Library Learning Commons for our cookbook club. This is really exciting. It's starting this month. Each month, participants will make a dish from that month's chosen cookbook and bring it to the meeting for all to enjoy. This month's cookbook is Gatherings, Casual Fancy Meals to Share from America's Test Kitchen. Copies are available to pick up here at Pease. The first meeting of the Cookbook Club is Friday, October 18th at 1 p.m. here at Pease Public Library. Always throw spilt salt over your shoulder, keep rosemary by your garden gate, and plant lavender for luck, and fall in love whenever you can. We're having an after-hours movie night showing of the 1998 PG-13 movie Practical Magic. Thursday, October 17th at 5 p.m. Snacks, as always, will be included, and this is my favorite movie, and I'm so excited to be able to run this program that night. I will be dressed up as a witch. Costumes are not mandatory, but encouraged. It is the yearly coven meeting for the witches and warlocks of the Ancient Circle, District 321. A time of excitement and anticipation when the Grand Elevated Witch, the coven leader, reviews everyone's developing powers and achievements from the previous year. But something has gone terribly wrong. One of the witches has been found murdered the night before the meeting, and a very important spellbook has been stolen. Can you solve this intriguing mystery and bring justice to your murdered coven member? Join me, your coven leader, Torba Blackwood, the Grand Elevated Witch, for an after-hours murder mystery coven meeting. Food and beverages will be provided. Our first coven meeting is Friday, October 25th at 5 p.m. This has already been booked up, but if you are still interested in joining, we are looking to start another date for another coven meeting. Please contact me at kinman@peasepubliclibrary.com. Are you looking for more tech support? I am offering drop-in one-on-one tech support on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 4. This is a first-come, first-served 30-minute interval. You can also come in to schedule so that you can guarantee a spot on those days, or schedule a time with me outside of those drop-ins. In order to do that, you email me at kinman@peasepubliclibrary.com. And this Friday, October 11th from 2 to 4, I will have a technology workshop for Intro to Computers Part 2. Check out our website under Library Information. You'll find the Tech Support tab for more information about this workshop, as well as others coming up. And as always, feel free to call or come in and ask for more information, and email me directly, again, at kinman@peasepubliclibrary.org. Our team up with Holderness Free Library for Dungeons & Dragons meets Friday, October 4th. This was last Friday, and Friday, October 18th. This month from 4:30 to 7:30. Remember, this is for ages 18 and plus and are one-shots twice a month. Adam is the DM, and using the new 2024 rules, all experience and levels are welcome. Drop-ins are welcome, but seats are limited. So if you could email Adam for more details at holdernessfree@gmail.com. Just like the leaves on deciduous trees, library events change, but some also stay the same, like evergreens, and occasionally old ones return like a dandelion. We have all ages spooky autumnal fun things this month with Halloween crafts for all ages on October 24th at 4 p.m. Then come back a week later in spooky, scary, pretty, or just plain weird costumes to trick or treat between 3 and 5 p.m. on October 31st. Our homeschooler programming is back with a new look. Homeschooling families are welcome to join us at 11:15 on October 28th. That's right after PSU's music lessons for homeschoolers. Hang out and socialize or join us for art fun with a science twist. For our youngest friends, our open age storytime will be held on Wednesdays at 10:15 and Thursdays at 11. Thursday Storytime is preceded by an hour of open sensory play. Kids of all ages can come to read to Jack, a registered therapy dog, on Wednesday, October 9th and 23rd at 3:30 p.m. Reading to Jack is a great way for struggling and reluctant readers to build confidence and for shy kids to talk in a non-judgmental space. Brick Builders, aka Lego Club, is back for the school year. Builders of all ages can join us on Friday, October 27th at 3:30 p.m. for a themed Lego challenge. Duplo and Mega Blocks are available for our youngest builders. Does your child read, even if it's not just for school? Do they have a library card? Your child can get their starter set of Reading Dragon cards just by having a library card and collect them all by showing our staff their completed reading homework from school or one of our Reading Dragons reading logs. Our next game and card creation meetup is October 30th at 4 p.m. We know there's a never-ending burning desire for tabletop role-playing games, and we have so many options this month. 12 to 15-year-olds can join local RPG creator and game master Stephen O'Sullivan to play his very own, not yet published, game Pixelated. The dates for 12 and 13-year-olds are October 18th, 25th, and November 1st, starting at 4 p.m. 14 and 15-year-olds can play on October 16th, 23rd, and 30th at 5 p.m. Spots are limited, so registration is required. Nicole will also be running Castles and Crusades on October 18th for 9 to 11-year-olds. Castles and Crusades in a TTRPG with a setting similar to Dungeons & Dragons, but with a slightly simplified rule set. Registration is also required for C&C. We always have new books coming into the library. Here are some highlights of ones that have recently come in or are being published this month. For adult fiction, we have some great reads lined up. A librarian with a knack for solving murders realizes there is something decidedly supernatural afoot in her little town, though none of her neighbors seem surprised. Librarian Sherry Pinkwhistle must solve the mystery of the rising body count with the help of a local priest and her newly possessed cat. Look out for The Village Library Demon Hunting Society by C.M. Wagner. Jekyll and Hyde Consulting Detectives by Tim Mayer. Dr. Jekyll and his monstrous alter ego join forces with his ex-fiancée to solve a series of disappearances across London. Somewhere Beyond the Sea by T.J. Klune is the sequel to The House in the Cerulean Sea. Picking up where the first book left off, Arthur and Linus are getting ready to bring a new magical youth into their care, while also discussing the adoption of the others that are in care. But when Arthur is summoned to make a public statement about his own dark past, he finds himself having to fight for a future with his family. Among the exciting new titles coming in, you'll find the following in the mix for adult nonfiction. In July 1993, Disney's Hocus Pocus, starring Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy, did not immediately find success, with box office numbers falling far below what was envisioned. Yet somehow the Halloween movie, released in the middle of the summer to little fanfare, has become an enduring and widely loved classic. Nearly 3 decades after the film's initial release, it's a yearly holiday viewing tradition in many households around the world, becoming a not-so-scary rite of passage for kids and their parents, many of whom grew up watching the film about the resurrected witchy trio with their own parents. Look out for Witches Run Amok, the oral history of Disney's Hocus Pocus, one of the most beloved Halloween movies of all time. Since she could remember, Keaton has been fascinated by clothing and style. As a little girl, she would pick out patterns and request that her mother make her custom outfits. This was the beginning of a love affair with clothes and looks, and sometimes fashion. From the outset of her acting career in the 1970s, the legendary star has experimented and thought outside the lines of what Hollywood icons should wear, and still became lauded as a style icon by Vogue, W, The Hollywood Reporter, and countless fashion websites. Keaton's style is at once timeless, experimental, bold, effortless, quirky, and utterly and distinctly her own. Fashion First is the celebrated film star's ode to her unforgettable fashion moments examined through Keaton's self-deprecating, charming voice as she comments on her favorite looks and her biggest fashion faux pas. The idea of Scotland Yard is steeped in an atmospheric stories of foggy London streets, murder by lamplight, and fiendish killers pursued by gentlemen detectives. From its establishment in 1829 through the eve of World War II, Scotland Yard, the world's first modern professional and centrally organized police force, set new standards for policing and investigating. Based on official case files, contemporary newspaper reporting, trial transcripts, and the first-hand accounts of the detectives on the beat, Scotland Yard tells the tales of some of history's most notorious murders, with cases that proved to be landmarks in the field of criminal inquiry. Life isn't always easy, and in fact, sometimes it's incredibly difficult. These books coming to our YA collection will help with that. Hannah Lynn has just one goal: get out of Evans Beach, Maine. It's where she lost her mother to cancer, where her estranged sister fell apart before moving out, where her father holds court as a local legend who once played for the Red Sox. Now that she is finally on the cusp of escaping to her dream college, then her life is turned upside down when her sister's sons are taken by the state, leaving Hannah and Larry the only people standing between the boys and the child's welfare system. When her father's health declines, Hannah must make a sobering adult decision. Is she willing to give up her dream and raise her nephews on her own, or can she let them be placed in the foster care system? Find out in the author and clinical psychologist Joseph Moldover's Just Until. Everyone in 15-year-old Bella's life needs something from her. Her mom needs her to help around the house. Her dad needs her to not make waves. Her ex needs her to not be so much. There's only one thing that dulls the pressure: alcohol. Alcohol smooths the sharp edges of Bella's life. And what's the big deal? Everyone drinks. But after she gets blackout drunk at a Thanksgiving party and wakes up in the hospital, it's time to face reality. And for Bella, reality means rehab. Kathleen Glasgow, author of Girl in Pieces, returns with Glass Girl, an exploration of a teen addiction and recovery. It Won't Ever Be the Same is a validating and reassuring book that speaks directly to teens experiencing grief, providing them with tools to understand it and express and cope. Written by grief counselor Dr. Corey Lee, the book touches upon big milestones in the grief journey, starting with new grief and continuing through the days, weeks, months, and years after. Each chapter ends with an activity idea to help teens build an understanding of what they're going through. Other moments throughout invite teens to reflect on a specific question or experience, tune in to what they're feeling, or try out a new way of viewing or being in their grief. October is for series in the children's room. While we have plenty of new releases coming in October, take a look at these first in a series children's room picks. Minecrafters Rejoice, a new Minecraft graphics novel series is coming. Farmer Cobb likes to keep his crops as neat as possible, which is frustrating when he has neighbors who like to eat his crops and villagers who can't stop themselves from planting potatoes in his field. After an encounter with an Enderman, he finally decides to get as far away from everyone and everything as he can, building a tower up into the sky. Join this new Minecraft adventure in the Clouds in Minecraft Heart of Cobblestone by Andrew Clemson and Jeremy Lawson. Left behind by their globe-trotting detective parents once again, Elodie decides to prove she's worthy of joining them on a case by setting up her own detective agency. When a pair of sapphire and diamond earrings mysteriously disappear from Mrs. Vanderhoff's apartment, Elodie is asked to solve the case. With twists and turns and suspects galore, will Elodie be able to prove she has what it takes to solve a crime? Or will the LaRue Detective Agency fail on its first case? Let the mysteries begin in Mystery at the Baltimore, The Vanderhoff Heist by Colleen Nelson. While Ivy and Bean may have ended, the creators Annie Burroughs and Sophie Blackall have reunited to create a touching tale of storytelling, or maybe fibbing. Sisters. 7-year-old Stella and 4-year-old Marigold, the sisters do all the regular things like going to school, playing, getting sick sometimes, and visiting the zoo, but even the most regular things can have magic side. Join Stella and Marigold in their titular series. As always, if you would like to be put on hold for any of these titles, stop by the circulation desk or give us a call, and a library staff member would be happy to assist you. For the most up-to-date information about things going on at the library, please visit our website at peaspubliclibrary.org. That is what's happening this month at Peas. Thanks for checking us out.